Last week, I quit my job on an 80-meter super yacht. This week, I'm living the dream and sailing with Parlay Revival in the Mentawais. I was gonna get to go from standing around scrubbing teak to standing inside the biggest barrel of my life.
While everyone else is asleep, I craft.
From working 12-hour shifts alone in the dark from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. to sailing around and going on the adventure of a lifetime in my favorite place in the entire world with the epic crew of Parlay Revival. It all started after a long night contemplating pretty much every decision I've ever made, bored out of my mind, stuck in a routine doing the same thing over and over, while my sister is sending me videos of perfect waves with no one out. Before work the next day, I sent this message to my sister. My sister spoke to Colin on my behalf, and he was cool with me taking my sister's spot on board. So I put in my 2 weeks notice the very next day. Just like that, I finished up the worst charter of my life, said bye to the yacht, and said hello to Huli. We found each other at the airport. She was getting on the plane that I was getting off. So we got to see each other, but we were separated by a pane of glass. Huli! I couldn't be more grateful for this opportunity that my sister swung me into. Thanks, Huli. It really felt like everything was meant to be. I was so fired up to be on board. I had my very own porthole and a huge cabin all to myself. This was a big upgrade from the yacht, where I was sharing a room and I was on lower bunk, so I had no porthole. My first day on board, I woke up and checked the surf from my bed. It was firing and there was nobody out. So I made some coffee, did a quick meditation, wrote in my journal, then did some yoga. I hadn't surfed in over a month, so I was frothing. When I go too long without surfing, I kind of start to go a bit crazy. Even if I'm traveling and making money like I was on the yacht, I just feel a bit empty inside, like something's missing. After getting this barrel, I instantly start to feel like myself again. I cannot think of a better way to start my first day on Parlay. On Parlay, everyone contributes how they can. I don't mind doing dishes when I have this view. Colin is an absolute legend for parking the boat here. Since that spot was getting a bit crowded, we decided to go for a little foil, and Colin whips me into this wave. I tow Colin around for a bit, and then we head back to the boat to edit videos like this one. Unlike the super yacht, on Parlay I have plenty of time to work on my own creative projects. Then when my eyes start popping out of my head from looking at my screen too long, it's time to go spearfishing. I love spearfishing because I get to connect with the ocean from below the surface. You get to relax your mind and body into a deep meditative state. You enter this primal hunter mode, and you can connect with the ocean on a very spiritual level. Then you get to share your catch with friends. We had a really nice dinner together, and I reflected on my epic first day on Parlay Revival. Then something super crazy happened. When I have a birthday coming up, I always read back through my old journal entries, and I happened to stumble upon this one. I'd been listening to some pod, and it had told me to do this exercise where you write about your perfect day. It was pretty insane how similar this day was to the entry that I had written about. Sometimes I struggle with making decisions, so it was really cool to see that I was living my dream life from just like 1 year ago. If you've never done this exercise, I challenge you to try it, even if it sounds kooky or whack or whatever. I probably thought that back when I did it as well. Either way, that was a mental day. Make sure you're subscribed if you want to see what we do tomorrow.